Okay, anything? Anything you wish to add? Ah, yeah, Freak's notebook.
That is just one part of history.
Ah, yeah, Freaked. Nothing for Solomon, though.
I can't find my notebook. Any of you seen it?
Not I.
Where'd I leave it? Maybe I dropped it outside.
Basil, cease this tomfoolery. Hurry up and bring out Freet's notebook.
Say what? It ain't me. You want to point fingers, ask Vi.
Huh? I don't know about it either.
Lies! You're always messing around, like hiding Saul's specs. If it's not me, which it ain't, then that leaves you.
There's no way I'd touch Freet's notebook. I am not that brave.
Listen to these children.
Pardon me, but why are you in such a tizzy? Isn't this a tad melodramatic for naught but a missing notebook?
Freet's notebook is the one thing you just don't mess with.
Why is that?
Freet flips out when people do.
Oh, I see.
It's understandable you wouldn't know what we mean. When he gets mad, Freet is super scary.
My word. A kind-looking man like him?
He's quite mild-mannered generally, and rarely loses his temper. When he does, however, I've never met a more frightening man.
When we were younger, one of the children at the orphanage hid his notebook as a prank.
Freet's anger then was so terrifying. Ah! Just remembering it makes me shudder. Is it all that bad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Scary.
Such a notebook. I wonder what is written in it.
Huh?
Can it be that no one knows?
Well, you know what they say about sleeping dogs, right?
Well, as it's always been taboo, we simply never asked about it.
It would be easier to infiltrate the Sabast Citadel by myself than to ask Freet what's in his notebook. To frighten the leaders who rallied a nation, it must be quite a sight indeed.
Look, if we can't find it, he might think we're all involved.
Right. Let's look for it, everyone.
These children.
We can't find it.
Huh? Were you looking too?
Yeah. How about you? Any luck?
No sign of it outside. We're the only ones who use this hideout, so it should be in here.
Hey, Freet's gone silent.
What should we do? Can it be? I know who the culprit is.
Culprit?
Don't look at us.
That's right, we're innocent. Just so. They are blameless.
Then, who is it?
We are not the only ones who have entered this hideout.
The lindworm that your highness rode here?
Indeed. I believe it was Lindsay all along. Just as I thought. I found the notebook.
How did it take it?
So she's the one who caused this mystery.
How did it take it?
Terribly sorry, Freet. She is oh so curious.
It's fine. I'm just glad I found it.
How did she what? How? No.
Seems Lindsay's sorry too. Good girl.
No, but how?
By the by, what is written in that notebook?
What the?
Damn, girl, how ballsy can you get?
Here, have a look.
Really?
We can look at it?
What's the big deal? I don't mind letting people I'm close to read it.
10 years of living in fear.
Don't tell me.
Here.
There's stuff written about us in here.
My word. There are entries about Vannergund, and even me.
I wrote down some of the more amusing anecdotes I've heard from some of you, like Daryl. You might say it's a rough outline for a book, something to work on once the war's over.
I see. They're all stories that have nothing to do with the war.
When the time comes I don't need to help shape public opinion, I thought I'd focus instead on fiction. Miss Maria always encouraged me to become a storyteller.
Maria.
What a wonderful dream. Allow me to cheer you on as well, Freet.
Thank you, Princess.
Alright. How did that thing take the book, though? That's not... How did... Alright. Alright.
You're quite studious.
I is.
How splendid.
Following their second vicious defeat at Valkyria, the people of Jutland began to demand the end of the war. Ultimately, it was Princess Ophelia who united the people to their cause. On September 1st, 1854, Jutland attacked Valkyria for a third time, this time sending only Vanagan, the anti-Valkyria squad, braved an unguarded minefield to the east of Valkyria. Their surprise attack succeeded and the Grand General Victor Timoshev fell about. A full manuscript of the speech Princess Ophelia gave was recorded at the time, and still exists in the historical archives. I don't believe the war was waged for the greater good, and I could never support the actions of Circle 5. That said, I don't think there are any falsehoods behind the Princess's words and feelings.
This is a true story.
Final chapter, boys.
The day after the takeover of the logistics hub Velyev, far more snow than the past years began to blanket the Empire.
The snow continues to pile up. The early winter is upon us. The loss of Victor is unfortunate indeed. We'll need to reorganize our defenses. Even if Jutland is foolish enough to attack, winter will be our ally.
Good. You always did favor the colder climes.
When blanketed by winter, Ruzi is the most beautiful land in the world. And the cold leaves my mind and body alert. Good fortune lies ahead. Well then, Your Majesty, I take my leave.
Your Majesty.
You were late. What were you doing, Maxim?
I had been inspecting Victor's remains. There's no mistaking that the one who did him in was the captain of the anti-Valkyria squad, Amlet Gronker.
You can tell?
The state of one's mind is engraved in the swordsman's technique, the essence of their being. It was a commendable stroke. That man appears to have dispelled his doubt.
And have your own doubts been relieved?
I do not know yet. However, I would like to tell Your Majesty of my observations here.
Oh, speak then.
I have been looking toward Your Majesty as to how a king should conduct himself. Your Majesty's path of power bears the grudges born from the sacrifices made, and continues forth in their memory. I wish to serve under Your Majesty because I bore witness to that resolution to walk down that road. As the Emperor remains steadfast in what must be done, so too must his generals. However, I hesitated. I discovered that the people also have their lives, their businesses, and above all, the will to live. I cannot sacrifice such people. I have gone against Your Majesty's path of power.
Of course that was the cause of your doubt.
Your Majesty?
It is simple. In chasing these dreams, you drifted from the servants' hall and have awoken along the way of kings.
Me? A king? That's ridiculous.
You're literally the king of a country.
Your country. You value the people and hold lofty ideals. What else can that be called but king? Soon enough you shall start to dream of killing us in our sleep, just as we foresaw.
That cannot be.
We are alone now. Will you cut us down in this very room?
That's impossible. I hold your majesty in the highest regard even now. My words are not false. And even if part of me has begun to think like a king, I can still walk alongside your majesty, shoulder to shoulder. Is that not true?
That is false. The path of power is too narrow for an emperor and a king. There can be but one monarch walking the road to rule. And that sole sovereign can be only me.
Your Majesty.
You are a capable man whose worth has been proven thus far. All we ask of you is your devoted servitude, nothing more. Maxim, we grant you one last chance. Go to Kovoltis. The snowfall will cause Jutland to panic. Thus, we foresee them attacking the fortress of Sevast. Intercept their army by preemptively striking its rear guard.
Yes, sire.
Give us no cause to regret our decision to appoint you here. Do not disappoint us, Maxim.
Again, Maxim's arc is like the most compelling in the game, and it's just the exact opposite of Amlet's. Where instead of having doubts to no doubts, it's having no doubts to doubts. It's the exact opposite, but it's just done so well. Honestly, like there's layers of nuance in this story and the characters that are just not done justice by the game itself. And then there's this shit, which is wait until now.
Call Amlet. What is he to you?
He is one of my children. That child will stop you. Stop me.
You wish to be slain by your own child? So that is your desire. My child.
Is she seeing Amlet as her child now? Because technically she's in that body, or what? What was that comment about? Or does she just actually have a child that we don't know about, because that would be information that we should have had chapters ago.
Velgiev's suppression was an eye-opener for Jutland's people, and became the reason for many to renew the war effort.
Okay, I'm glad that you loaded in this scene to have that one line to have another loading scene. Good times. Good times.
With that, Basil negotiated with the leaders of the business world, using the scandals Freet dug up as his weapon. He made sure to end their smear campaign, since they had manipulated the public to criticize him and Solomon.
Well, that's that. No hard feelings, right, boys?
Either of you step out of line, I'll publish the article. Don't think this is over because we're staying quiet for now. Just remember, the moment it goes public, you'll be ruined. You do well not to underestimate Jutland again.
Yeah. Hey, don't give me that look. We can still be friends. It'll be business as usual.
Now that we've taken Velkiev, we're entering our most crucial stage. I knew that the cold was stronger than prior years, but I never expected the snow would pile on in this manner.
Just our luck. We were banking on another month of autumn.
Even the royal court is abuzz with mounting trepidation. This came as a surprise to everyone.
However, if we suspend the conflict at this time, we'd be allowing the Empire to regain its strength. If they bolster their forces now, Jutland won't stand a chance come spring. We can only press onward.
But how?
I had always said that we must settle things before the snow falls. But that is impossible now that winter is upon us, which is why I propose we take advantage of this adversity.
Turning a negative into a positive.
This year's winter is rather... excuse me, it's abnormally early. Ruzi's northern area must already be snowbound. For them, the winter is their ally. However, that arrogance should be what we target.
Well, look who's letting their hair down. You used to be such a slave to schedules. Now here you are making accommodations for Mother Nature.
I suppose the princess's resolve made me adapt.
Oh hey, you're back.
Good evening.
You seem to be fitting in nicely, Your Highness. The world powers have begun moving because we've taken Velkiev. They can't ignore the situation since Jutland pulled itself out of its losing streak and started winning again. Ever since that 3-day negotiation with Brenland, we've been able to keep them restrained thanks to Solomon. But now that we're pushing Ruse this much, they can't completely trust us anymore.
The nations of Europa can be pretty crafty when it comes to protecting themselves. I expect they'll put pressure on Jutland too.
And at the same time, they'll move against Ruse. It seems the early winter is forcing their hand. They're thinking to end this war and dismantle Ruse.
Dismantle?
There's movement among the superpowers, trying to blame them for Jutland's invasion. It's to make both Ruse and Jutland take responsibility for this chaos. Depending on the situation, one side will be dismantled, and the other may have an armed intervention by the superpowers.
Talk about fishing in troubled waters. Then again, history's written by the victors, right?
There's no doubt that this early winter is pushing different agendas all over the place.
In that case, I'd like to reorganize our coming strategies. Our target is here, the Empire's citadel of Sevast.
A strategic point indeed.
If we take this location, the Imperial capital will lay before us. They'll be caught off guard. We'll strike then.
How about Kovaltis?
It depends on how Ruse will act. If they attack our troops en route, we'll counterattack. However, our main objective is to gain control of Sevast as soon as possible.
What about the Valkyria?
It'd be bad if it showed up while we're on the move.
Oh, we won't have to worry about that. As I mentioned earlier, the world powers have begun to act.
And Ruse will use the Valkyria to hold them back. They'll redeploy it to Sevast, though, once the assault begins.
That's the likely outcome.
So we have to deal with not only the Citadel, but the Valkyria as well. This won't be easy.
We should try to handle them separately.
The only way to do that is to take care of Sevast during daylight, right?
That's a pretty big gamble.
It'll be tough to pull off in a day.
But if we're going to attack, now's the only time. Days are long since it's summer right now. In other words, there's more time before the Valkyria appears. Not to mention, Sevast is much further north than Jutland. We can look forward to their days being even longer.
It's not much, but it might provide the edge we need.
To think the abnormal weather that's been causing so many problems will actually be of help to us.
Then we should end this once and for all. Once Sevast falls, the Emperor will send the Valkyria after us. We need to take the Citadel, defeat the Valkyria, then immediately march on the capital. That's our only shot.
Aren't you confident? Got a plan?
Yeah. We know Basil's weapons and Ophelia's song work on it. We just need one more thing to give us the advantage.
And that would be?
Sunlight. We need to drag the Valkyria into sunlight. Keep it busy till the sun comes out. Then, once it's weakened, finish it.
Be prepared for a battle of attrition then.
Yeah, but there's two problems. First, we can only fight for so long. That's why we should strike as close to dawn as we can manage.
What's the other problem?
How do we stop the Valkyria from running off at the first sight of light?
I believe Violet and I can solve the first problem.
How's that?
We negotiate with the superpowers and ensure they attack the Empire on the day of the final battle.
All right, I'll assemble the intel for that end. This is a big job. I'll have to use both Violet and Margaretha to the fullest in order to gather that information.
I'm counting on you. Both of you.
We'll create a situation where they'll be forced to deploy the Valkyria away from Savast, with Violet's espionage and my negotiations.
Oh, baby. Saul's plot and face is a sight for sore eyes.
Why, thank you. Also, there's one more important note. This attack must be a night raid. We must attack right before the Valkyria is deployed, after all.
Now that's what I call moonlighting.
As for the second problem, I have an idea. I could borrow the power of the people.
Of Jutland?
Just so. When last I sang at the Palace Plaza, the citizens all joined in. As they sang along, I felt a white-hot energy welling up within me. I think I understand why. The Galder was becoming stronger, and the more we sang, the brighter that inner light grew. I'm sure I felt some sort of magic. Why not use that power? Let my voice carry the people's hopes and dreams, then weaponize their strength of spirit against the Valkyria.
Right, the Galder. I did sense something the last time you sang. Can't quite explain it.
Of course, I have no definite proof, but the Valkyria has been averse to my singing before. Something tells me more voices might amplify that effect.
Let's bank on that. Make sure the troops in the main army sing too.
It's worth a try.
Increasing the volume, huh? Say, how about this?
Get a microphone.
We hold Ragnite while we sing. If the pieces resonate with each other, maybe it'll amp up the mana for everyone.
I mean, maybe.
Hell, why not get the whole damn country in on it? We'd have us a supercharged chorus heard around the world.
We carry the song to the princess across borders.
Bingo!
I'll pen something to compel the people to sing. A stirring call to action. It'll be my best piece yet.
Oh yeah, make sure they know to hold on to Ragnite products. Mana machinery, alchemic accessories, you name it. I'll cook something up on my end too. Pendant I do. Just gotta get 'em packing Ragnite and singing at sunrise.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
It started back up.
Huh?
Oh, has it been broken this whole time? I never even noticed. Alright.
The Battle of Savast. For all intents and purposes, it's the decisive battle between Jutland and the Ruzi Empire. In the war's history, it's said that the Empire lost because the Emperor misjudged the deployment of the Valkyria. But once again, the traitors had been pulling strings in the background.
Indeed. After adding Ophelia to their circle, the bonds among the traitors had grown even stronger. For them, they had nothing to fear. After all, they had paved the way toward a future beyond their vendetta.
But where their future led was...
Yeah, see, now the point of you telling the story was for him to judge whether or not the story should be told to the public or not. I'm yet to find a reason why the story should be private. Because so far, nothing's really been like, ah, shit, we can't tell anyone this. It's been rather fair, honestly.
There's much we can learn by revisiting the past. This is a true story.
It's decided then.
Indeed. The rest can be handled after the war is over.
For now, nothing's changed. Our liberation campaign carries on as before. We free Savast like the others. But once the war is over, I wish to return Jutland to its original independent state, thereby liberating the other nations in truth.
All of them?
The countries that Jutland governs in the interim until they can operate normally from Ruzi's colonization. You mean to return every domain to the hands of each country's people?
Whoa! Yeah, you sure you want to just give it all up?
I do not mean to offend you, Your Highness, but I believe Jutland should continue to govern them even after the war. Liberation was nothing more than an expedient for the war. Our country is far from plentiful. As proof, our lives were impoverished just 1 year into the economic blockade. It's possible to annex the countries we've liberated in this war and gain enough influence to match the world powers. That's what Europa has always seen throughout its history.
Your people are living the high life off the spoils of war. I mean, sure, they don't approve of everything we've done, but do you really think they'll let go of their cushy new lives that easy?
Nay, which is precisely why we must relinquish our holdings. As Miss Violet mentioned, so long as Europa decries Jutland's war for liberation as naught but an invasion, it follows that we will be giving the world powers ample reason to consider armed intervention.
Fair to say, and something we should certainly avoid.
Nor can I condone forcefully dominating others as Ruse did. The last thing I desire is to become the next evil empire.
We'd become the Empire, huh? If you phrase it that way, we can't really object to it.
I'll die before you start calling me Grand General Basil.
Then let us have faith in our countrymen. Worry not. If they truly feel pride for their homeland, they'll surely come to accept it.
That's a very you thing to say, Your Highness.
I understand your sentiment, and I personally agree with what you say. However, will the people truly meet Your Highness's expectations? They had easily wavered between liberation and invasion. You, too, must understand that risk well.
True that. Even in business, there's limits to how much we can entrust to the masses.
Nevertheless, I choose to trust in my subjects.
That trust would be nice, but not a luxury we journalists can afford.
I realize it shall be difficult to do so all at once. They may be slow to accept independence at the cost of their newfound wealth. But that is why everyone needs to grow and mature. It is the first step to gradually cultivating their empathy, so they can make the right choices for themselves one day. After all, I believe in the people of Jutland. That means prioritizing their future autonomy over present comfort. This is my wish.
I regret to say the time is not now. With our country's infancy, the people will disapprove of such a proclamation. If we're not careful, there may be riots or a civil war. At worst, it may lead to a crisis on a national scale.
If we stay in control, the other world powers might step in. But if we pull out, it may upset people.
Damn it! Either way we roll, we're backed into a corner.
What we need is a potent cure-all.
Whatever do you mean?
Your Highness had once said that you do not mind bloodying your hands for your beliefs. Your speech unified the people. As with that time, the people must be moved by a powerful belief. If there is an event that acts as a potent cure-all, so to speak, I believe we can overturn the situation.
Do we have something like that?
Unfortunately, no.
I have an idea.
I am fine. I'll be all right.
You chose to side with us. This is for the best.
Indeed. I will stay strong.
Is she gonna have to kill Hamlet? Or what? What's going on there? She gonna expose and then execute them 5? She gonna die herself? What's... Clearly, I'm gonna go ahead and assume the option is some sort of martyrdom.
The traitors began preparing for the final battle. In order to see their plan come to fruition, they began moving in earnest, each playing their respective role. At the same time, Claudius, who had predicted Jutland's movements, deployed Galush to the Sevast citadel. Similarly, he sent Maxim to Gavaltis in order to strike the advancing Jutland army from the rear. And his unit received their anti-Valkyria equipment, which had gone through their final upgrades.
The ultimate weapons to defeat the Valkyria had been completed at last.
I have to put more points in the shit again. Ah. Ah. God damn it. Oh wow, you finally showed your fucking self, have you? Alright, cool. Only in the last chapter of the game.
Nice.
Come on in. How about this? Come back anytime.
Alright, what circle is this?
How are you?
Good day to you.
Oh, how cute. Your get-ups are really shining bright, Helena. That's how I do. You know my style. I'm Helena Anderson. I know what that means. There's no wonder you joined the fashion fans of... What? You have a fashion fan club within the... Okay. Hey, Helena, what's something in fashion you care about? Oh, there's so much, but what matters is finding clothes that let you cut a fine figure. I beg your pardon?
Yeah.
I like to make sure my tops form-fitting and my bottoms are fluffy to accentuate my feminine curves.
My word.
My word, Helena, what a canny sense of style you possess. Her regular clothes are pretty too, not just her uniform. I've only ever seen her in a uniform. And as usual garments, I'm afraid I've never seen them. I catch her around town on my days off. She dresses all fancy and frilly and super elegant.
course.
I've seen her a bunch of times, always with a fresh look. Must have a huge wardrobe. Sure, but I could always use more clothes. I feel like there's a part of my look that's lacking. Who doesn't know, Helena? Do you not wear your Vanagond uniform at the cafe? Sure, but there's a reason for that. What's that? I didn't have time to change one day, so I did my shift in uniform. Turns out the customers loved it. I've been wearing it to work ever since. Oh, I get it. Folks love a cute lady in a cool uniform. Is that it? All I know is I don't mind getting stains on my uniform. Better than my personal clothes. Oh, Helena. Military uniforms ought to be used as oughtn't be used as aprons. Alright. Alright, so that last circle... Stain count, okay. So the last circle is a fashion... Yeah. Daryl. Isaac I get. Daryl. Have to put more points into bullshit now.
Yo! What do you want?
I'll keep that. I'll keep that. Like on the back burner. Oh, Jesus. And it's a shield. Ragnite slot, attack, magic attack, pierce, fire, melee critical, RP, earth, water.
How about this? How about this?
720. Wow.
How about this? How about this? See ya.
No, wait, no.
What do you want? How about this? Pretty good, yeah? See ya.
Yeah, alright. I resigned myself to grinding post-game so I can get the secret ending. I've just given up now. I've just given up on getting all the journal entries and whatnot. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna just go for it and then just do what needs to be done.
Good work! Good work! Good work!
I've given up on all of these as well. No. We're at the end. We're at the end, I can't. I'll just do it post-game.
September 7th. The Jutland army departed for Velgiev to attack Sevost.
So at that time, Maxim intercepted them from behind as they were passing through the very edge of Kavaltis. No records of those facts remain. However, this is quite valuable information to consider when speaking about it.
Op details are as follows.
Heavy tank squadron dispatched from Kavaltis is coming up the main force in the rear. We need to intercept them. Our goal is to stop the platoon in their tracks. In the case, Maxim is in command. As you know from our past encounters, he's no pushover. He'll be accompanied by elite guard, but even on his own, he's tougher than a tank. It's time to settle the score. We can't let anything get in our way. There's no stopping now. We need to do this for our kingdom and our countrymen.
That's all. Vandergate, move out.
They should have just kept quiet and stayed in their hole. Defeating them would put us in a good position to take Sevost.
Those poor, pathetic Imperials against me, mightiest of men? I almost feel sorry for them. Almost.
There aren't that many. Maybe I've been doing this too long.
How about we take back Kavaltis while we're at it? Sounds like a plan. Let's get busy.
Hold your horses, everyone. Overextending ourselves is strictly forbidden. Our mission is to intercept.
Yeah, to intercept. Their faces with our fists.
Alright. Alright, Tilda, calm down.
Prepare to attack.
Calm down, Tildy.
Let's
the weapons
do
look any
this.
different. I think Bridges does, but the others I don't think look any different.
Hostile sight.
Open fire!
Let's end this!
Take this!
You ready? What are you looking
I just
at?
jumped over both of those.
I won't go easy.
Out of my way!
Leave it to
Seems
me.
I'm in
All
the
right.
zone.
Try dodging.
Let's begin the lesson.
Now,
In the name of Jutland, the day is ours. Commander neutralized.
Okay.
In the name of Jutland.
This is a good position.
Who's next?
I am with you. From within. Onward to victory.
Who's next? Get lost!
I shall give it my all.
You ready? Out of my way!
damn juice!
Apparently.
That all you got? All right, now I'm mad.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, you won.
Glad I made it in time.
I owe you one later.
Glad I made it in time.
I'll show you.
Once more with me.
You know what, sir? You can just die.
Through this.
What are you looking at?
I already win.
Commander down.
The day is ours.
I'm right beside
I'm
you.
in the zone.
We'll pull through somehow. 'Twas a worthy foe. So far, so good. I shall bear through this. We'll pull through somehow.
Who's next?
Taste my blade. Let us push onward. Next. Taste my blade. I shall bear through this.
That all you got?
This is a new thing to be thrown in the like penultimate mission. Okay, this ain't never happened before.
Their numbers are rising.
Here they come.
Don't take
Stay
your eyes off
frosty.
them.
I'm sure you
Come
will.
with me. I'll murderize them.
You ready?
Nah,
What are you
didn't get
looking
that.
at? Hold up!
We'll pull through somehow.
Commander down. Mana surge. Out of my way!
Not done yet.
All right.
I'll murderize
Constant vigilance.
You ready? Watch this! Who's next? What are you looking at? What? Commander down. What are you looking
Just
at?
cleaning out groups. Clean the groups in one go, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
House built for is wood. We'll pull through somehow.
Thanks.
Thank you. How can I
Who's
serve
next?
you? Taste my legs to me.
I'm in the zone.
Try dodging.
I shall bear through this.
Mana surge. Out of my way!
Now I'm mad.
I'm not done yet.
Jesus, that one fucking swing.
Oh, you won.
I can't complain because I have a one swing that kills everyone in one hit as well. But still,
Mana surge.
only I'm allowed to have
Out of
that.
my way!
I always
Begin the
Commander
lesson.
down.
Stay alert.
Out of my way!
Power comes from within.
Who's next? Commander down.
What? In the name of Jetland! Onward to victory! Excuse me.
Who's next? It's damaged.
Girls?
To arms!
I'll show you how to fight.
To
You
arms!
ready? Let's end this.
I won't go easy.
In the name of
Begin the
Jetland!
lesson. Not done yet. Not done yet.
It's damaged.
Not done yet.
I'd expect
Well,
no
I got the
less.
final hit in, but alright, never mind. Alright, another dude.
Reinforcements!
You ready? Out of my way! Who's next? Out of my way! It's damaged.
I won't go easy.
In the name of Jetland somehow. The day is on!
I'm in the zone.
Lend me your ears somehow. My word.
This is
I
bad.
shall give it my all.
It's damaged.
Leave it to me.
All right. Get lost!
Let's begin the lesson.
Commander down!
We'll pull through somehow.
All right.
Just gotta mop up these fuckers. Madam, why are you scared? Madam, why are you scared? Alright, well, never mind then.
All right.
Expecting that to kill. No, you're not. Don't apologise. They had it coming. Oh god. One of those. Alright.
Let's engage them.
Their numbers are rising. Don't take your eyes off them.
Form up!
Don't take your eyes off them. Lend me your ears.
Who's next? Mana Surge. What are you looking at? All right, Commander down!
I offer this power. I am with
I'm
you.
in the zone.
Constant vigilance.
All right.
Don't take your eyes off them. Won't work in the pride of a royal guard.
You ready? Watch this! Who's next?
Firing a gun feels amazing.
In the name of Jetland. Reinforcements. The day is ours.
Commander
Don't take your
down!
eyes off them.
What?
All right. You ready?
Excuse me.
Watch this!
These commanders have so much goddamn defense, it's unfair.
Constant vigilance.
Who's next?
Lend me your ears.
You wanna fall?
Commander
Oh no, you're
down.
not good. Oh. I thought you were done for, but no, alright, cool.
Please listen to my song.
You ready?
Serve the enemy.
Mana Surge. Out of my way! Let's end this!
I won't go easy.
I'm with
I'm
you.
in the zone.
Yeah. In the name of Jetland.
Serve the enemy.
Out of my way!
That doesn't interrupt.
Let's begin the
Oh,
lesson.
so I guess that's the trade-off. Single target is stronger, but it doesn't interrupt. Okay.
Good
to go. I'm in the zone.
Fair enough, I guess. Oh no, it does. It can do enough damage.
Mana Surge.
Don't take your eyes off them.
Observe the enemy.
What are you looking at?
Constant vigilance.
I don't like this.
Don't take your eyes off them.
Mana Surge.
I'll take up my brother's torch. Constant
Such a
vigilance.
damn strong ability. 906. I've been using fucking 300s, and look at this bitch. Wow.
Out of my way!
Wow. I got too complacent with the 300 because it was doing its job. It was doing its job almost flawlessly, and then there's this shit. It's like, nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Fuck this one enemy in particular. That's what that move is. Fuck this one enemy in particular.
Where are you looking? As I thought, the force of your swing has changed.
Oh yeah?
I did not see any hesitation from the wound you left on Victor. I don't know what has transpired, but your sword no longer harbors doubt or overflows with rage.
Nay, Amlet shall not falter. Unlike you, his path is clear.
His path? It leads to revenge.
Not only that.
What?
I'll have my revenge, but I'm doing it for the future of Jutland.
The future? That sounds like what the princess would say.
Maybe, but I'm not fighting solely for revenge anymore. I'm fighting for Jutland's prosperity, its future.
To think I'd hear a man who used his country for revenge speak of its future. What hypocrisy.
You're right, but I will take responsibility for what my revenge has cost our countries.
What are you getting at?
Know this. I have accepted Amlet's revenge, and forgave it.
You forgave it?
To that end, I asked him to follow through with this war. Not only for vengeance, but for a brighter tomorrow. I dream of a relationship between the crown and its subjects like that shared by Amlet and myself.
Ophelia.
A country where royalty and citizenry work together to help each other mature. Amlet's strength is crucial to making that dream come true.
Maturing alongside them. Perhaps someone like you is the ideal king for the people.
Does your highness still plan to neglect your kingly duties?
I've said it before. I am Maxim, Grand General of His Imperial Majesty.
Nay, you are Prince Laertes. Your rightful place is upon the Ipsarian throne.
What do you know?
I know not. I cannot understand the feelings you hold for your homeland. If nothing else, I know that Ipsaria is a wondrous country. The Ipsarian people have likewise proven to be wonderful. They treat their interim government without prejudice. If you could see how far they have restored their land, you would be amazed by their perseverance. Yet they dream of regaining their once and future monarchy, and hope above all for the return of their prince.
Now if only our king would return, everything would be perfect.
I am aware. I too have seen it for myself numerous times. It is a splendid country. It has made me realize that people have lives too, and the will to live. I even thought to dedicate my life to them.
Then there is no cause to hesitate, Prince.
Nevertheless, I am a Grand General, and I cannot betray His Majesty's trust.
But why though? At this point, why though? We can't just do this first.
Right in the zone.
May the best man win!
Out of my way! Let's end this!
Observe the enemy.
Constant vigilance. Day is on. I must
Begin the lesson.
Royal Guard.
I'll show you how to fight. Observe the enemy.
Are you alright?
I will not yield!
Constant vigilance.
See how you handle this!
In the name of Jutland.
You ready?
What shall I do?
Observe the enemy.
On a search.
Are you alright?
It's over!
Don't take
show
your
you
eyes
what I
off
can
them.
Observe the
Move
enemy.
on me.
I just need to get my goddamn RP back.
Constant vigilance. Don't permit anymore.
That all you got?
Show you what I
can do.
How about
Don't show any weakness.
That all?
Constant vigilance. Are you
Thanks.
alright?
That all? That all you got?
Lend me your ears.
That all you got?
Will not yield.
That all you got?
Done it. Don't take your eyes off that. Won't drop your guard.
Serve the enemy.
You ready?
Day is
You
on.
ready? What are you looking at?
Where were you aiming, sir?
That all you got?
What were you aiming for there?
Don't take your eyes off your guard. Constant
That all
vigilance.
you got?
It's no good.
Mana surge.
Power
I'm in the zone.
Good
That
at all.
all you got?
Are you
Thanks.
Begin to
alright?
listen.
That all you got?
I am with you.
Stay alert.
That all you got?
Don't take your eyes off them.
That all?
Why are you such a speedy bitch?
Constant vigilance. Stay your ears.
What are you looking at?
Serve the enemy.
To arms.
You ready?
I won't go easy.
Don't take your eyes off them. Won't work on me.
Begin the lesson.
Constant vigilance. No good.
Watch this!
Don't take your eyes off them. Don't take your eyes off them. Won't work on me. In the name of Jutland. Guard. I shall bear through this.
Doing very little
Bear
damage.
through this. The enemy's no good.
See how you handle
vigilance.
this.
Out of my way!
Out of my way.
Careful. Take your eyes. Shall bear through this. Don't take your eyes off them.
Let's end this! You ready?
Don't
See
take
how
your
you
eyes off
handle
them.
this.
I shall bear through this.
I'll show you what I can do. It's
Lend
over.
me your ears. Don't take your eyes
How
off
about
them.
this?
I offer this prayer.
See right through you.
I won't go easy.
Can't show any
Come on,
weakness.
get it together.
Oh, she's dead, that's why. Despite standing up and moving, she was dead.
Are you alright? Fall now.
Come on now!
We shan't forget this death.
Right
Power
beside
I'm in the zone.
Leads to
Seems I'm in
me.
the zone. Won't permit anymore. Stay alert.
Are you alright? Constant vigilance.
Bridget? Bridget?
What should I do?
Sweetie? Beloved? Why did you roll into that to make it explode in our faces?
Glad I made it in time.
Incoming! Freeze!
Once more with fear. Are you alright?
Take cover!
Glad I made it in time.
You ready?
I owe you one later.
How
I
can
shall
this
give it my
happen?
all. Constant vigilance.
Observe the enemy.
I must
Let's
go.
end this!
I'm the pride of the Royal Guard. Hungry. Don't take your
permit
eyes off
anymore.
them. Don't take your eyes off. This is no
Come on
good.
now!
Once more with constant vigilance. Are you alright?
Right, blocked that. Alright.
Burn them all!
Not done yet.
Constant vigilance.
Good to go?
I'm in the zone.
I shan't give in. I shan't give in. Prince Laertes. The day is on.
Do not attempt to sway me further.
Constant vigilance.
Stay alert.
What are you looking at? And yet,
Constant
your
vigilance.
target's putting up a fight.
Don't take your...
So you understand that none will stand in my way.
This is
I
my
haven't
way.
fought you enough
Are you
times.
alright?
Heart's not in it.
Observe the enemy.
You can't fight
Taste my blade.
anymore, can you?
Lend me your ears.
Seems you already made
How
up
can
your
I serve
mind.
you?
What are you looking at?
Don't take your eyes off. I offer this prayer. I am with
I'm
you.
in the zone.
Admit
It's
it!
over!
What should I do?
I can't lose to the Empire!
Come on now!
Constant vigilance.
I owe you one.
I offer this prayer.
I'll show you.
Off them.
Is that all you got?
Can you stop doing this goddamn thing?
Give it my all.
How about this?
You've gotta be kidding me! I
Guide
can't
the
lose to
royal
the
guard.
Empire!
Come on now!
Don't take your
I
eyes
owe
off
you
them.
one.
Constant vigilance. What should I do?
You'll regret this.
Don't take your eyes off them. Once more with feeling. Are you
It's
alright?
over.
What shall I do?
That all you got?
Constant vigilance. I offer this prayer.
How about this?
On a surge.
I
Means
shan't
I'm
get
in the
it.
zone!
Let's
won't
be
permit
your
any
day
more.
down. Don't take your eyes off them. House
that all you
Valkyria is
got?
loyal to her highness. Constant vigilance. Don't take your eyes off them. Don't take your eyes off them. Constant vigilance. Don't take your eyes off them.
Come on now!
I owe you one later.
On a surge.
House
See right
Valkyria is
through
loyal
you.
to her highness. This prayer. Constant vigilance.
Take cover!
Don't take your eyes off them. In the name of Jetland. Don't take your eyes off them. Day is on. Don't take your eyes off them.
I won't go easy.
Bridget. Bridget. Twice you did that.
Oh, you won.
Oh, woman.
Glad I
Woman.
made it in time.
I owe
You're
you
trying your
one.
absolute hardest, aren't you?
We have to regroup.
You ready?
Once more with feet.
I'll be fine.
Can't lose
Calm
to the
down.
Empire!
I offer this prayer.
Come on now.
Don't take
Show
your
you
eyes
what I
off
can
them.
do.
I owe you one later.
Good
Power
job.
I'm in the
House
zone.
Valkyria is loyal to her
Serve the
highness.
enemy.
Yes.
It's over. I'll show you
the
what I can do.
Constant
It's over.
vigilance.
I'll show
the
you what I
enemy.
can do.
Get it together. Observe the enemy.
Weak.
Come on now!
None will stand in my way. Do not enrage me.
What are you looking at?
If this goes on,
Observe the
Give it
enemy.
my all. Constant vigilance.
all you
Don't
got?
take your eyes off them.
Observe the enemy.
Constant vigilance.
Observe the enemy.
Don't take your eyes off them.
You don't need to panic.
I can't back down.
Don't take your eyes off them. Once more with feeling.
How about this?
Come on, get it together.
Don't take your eyes off. Oh dear. Are you
Thanks.
alright?
The enemy.
Don't take your eyes off them. Beg pardon. Constant vigilance.
Come on, I can't back down!
I owe you one later. Observe the enemy. I'll show you.
Take your eyes off them.
Is that all you got?
Observe the enemy.
Don't take your eyes off them. Constant vigilance.
Come on,
back
get
down.
it together. Observe
To
the enemy.
arms.
You ready?
I must fall now.
Observe the enemy.
How about this?
You've gotta be kidding me.
Come on now!
Observe the enemy.
Once more with feeling.
This is...
Constant to arms. I'll do it for him.
Is that
I
all you
shan't
got?
forget this day. Now take a stand.
Oh, you what? You ready?
Constant vigilance.
Observe the enemy.
Constant vigilance. I'll bear through this.
He moves far too quick for this
Take your eyes off them.
limited bloody action gauge bullshit.
Once more with constant vigilance.
Ah,
Show you what I can do.
he moves far too quick for this shit. I need to be able to hit him fast and I can't. This motherfucking game.
It's do or die.
I owe you one later.
See how you handle
now.
this.
Now take a stand. I shan't
How
forget
about
this.
this?
Get it together.
I must
regret
serve
this.
the enemy. I shall give it my all.
I'll show you.
Day is ours.
Observe the enemy.
Glad I made it in time. Won't move. Constant vigilance. Are you alright?
I'll
Glad
show
I
you.
made it in time.
Oh, you what?
To arms.
I can't lose to the Empire.
Now take a stand. Day is ours.
I owe you one later. I'll show you how to fight.
My word. Don't take your eyes off them.
Pay attention.
Freeze!
Too late! Burst!
I must fall.
Come on, get it together.
Hungry.
Pierce!
How shameful.
0 damage, but you can shock him at least.
Sever! I'll show you this fight.
You ready? Come on now.
Once more with feeling. Yes! Point!
Serve the enemy.
I shall bear through this!
Right
Power
beside
time
you.
in the zone.
See how you handle this!
Take cover! Through this! Constant
Take cover!
Don't take your eyes off them! Are you alright?
Let's begin the lesson.
To
I'll
arms!
show you how to fight. I won't go easy.
Shameful.
To arms!
You ready? Let's end this!
None will stand in my way.
Enrage me! I'm right beside you.
Constant vigilance!
You gotta be kidding me!
You ready? Out of my way!
Constant vigilance!
Begin the lesson.
Don't take your eyes off them! This is for my people! Don't take your eyes off them!
Come on now!
I owe you one
How
later.
weak!
We have to regroup.
Miranda, why did you stand in that? That's what I want to know. Why did you stand in that?
Cannot fall now!
Serve the
Come
enemy.
on now!
You've got.
Won't
I shan't show any death!
Yes.
My word! Stand down!
That all you've
Don't
got.
take your eyes off them! This is
Get it
for my
together.
people! Don't take your eyes off them!
Serve the
got.
enemy.
Take this!
Constant vigilance! Don't take your eyes off them!
I can't lose to the Empire.
Excuse me.
Come on
How
now!
about this?
I owe you one later.
Constant vigilance! To arms! To arms!
You ready?
How weak!
What should I do? Don't take your eyes off
That all
them!
you've got?
Constant
Can't
vigilance!
lose to the Empire.
Days
That
on!
all you've got?
Glad I made it in time.
Oh, you won.
Incoming!
What?
That all you've got?
I owe you one. Serve the enemy.
That all
Glad I
you've
made
got?
it in time.
I'll show
ready?
you.
Days
Let's
on!
go.
With feeling
Watch it.
hungry.
I'll show you how to fight.
Is that all you've
Don't
got?
take your eyes off them! Excuse me.
Caught us unawares.
You ready?
Don't take your moves here. Constant vigilance.
See how you handle
Fall
this.
now. To arms. Now
See
take
right
a
through
stand.
you.
Done yet. I shan't forget this day. Now take a stand.
Oh, you won.
Die.
Incoming! Watch it!
Oh, water. Turn the tides.
I'll show
Don't
you.
take your eyes off them. Hungry. Pierce.
How shameful.
To arms.
You ready?
Don't take them.
Not
Constant
done yet.
vigilance.
Get it together. Serve the enemy. Not.
Constant vigilance.
Stay alert.
Good to
Power
go.
Time in the
within.
zone.
Out of my way!
Don't take your eyes off
Begin
them.
the lesson.
Burn!
I'll show you what I can do.
Watch this! I'll be fine.
Ophelia, what are you doing?
Spacing out.
I'll show you what I can do.
Not.
Don't
See
take
how
your
you
eyes
handle
off them.
this.
Let's begin the lesson.
How
Work
weak!
on me. Don't take
Show
your
you
eyes
what I
off
can
them.
do.
I can't show any weakness. Don't take your eyes off here. Don't take your eyes off here. Beg pardon.
Serve the
Listen
enemy.
now.
This is...
To arms!
Serve the enemy!
Now take a stand! I shan't forget this day. Now take a stand! The day is ours!
Oh, you won.
I will not yield!
It's over. What?
Glad I made it in time.
Can't lose
Once
to the
more
enemy!
with feeling. Glad I made it in time.
I owe you one, lady.
Constant vigilance.
He blocked that.
Incoming.
I'll be fine. No good. Constant vigilance.
We have to regroup.
Leave it to
Seems
me.
I'm in the zone. This won't permit anymore.
Glad I made it in time. I can.
Oh, you won.
Come on,
action.
get it together.
I am
Nice.
with you. So.
None will stand in my way.
This is for my
enrage
people.
me.
Leave it to me.
I'll show
To
you.
arms. Don't take your eyes off them. Constant vigilance. Don't take your eyes off of this grip.
I have to regroup.
Don't take your eyes off them. Constant vigilance. Work on me.
Serve the enemy.
To arms. Now
Serve
take
the
a
enemy.
stand.
Won't lose.
Here.
Oh, you won.
I'll show you how to fight.
To arms. Don't take your eyes off
ready?
them. Don't take your eyes off them. Give it.
Come on now.
Constant vigilance.
I owe you one, lady.
What the?
Serve the enemy.
House Vilfor is loyal to her highness.
How weak!
What shall I do?
Won't lose. Come on. Get it together. Spacing out.
Why? What the fuck happened to my action gauge there? It just decided no.
This day is ours. Glad I
It
made
just
it in
decided no.
Oh, you won.
Glad I made it in time.
What?
Constant vigilance.
Incoming.
Glad I made it in time.
You ready?
He moves far too fast for this
Don't
game.
take your eyes off them.
Won't lose. Serve the enemy.
I shan't give it. Don't take your eyes off them.
Far too fucking fast for this game.
I'll show you how to fight. Pierce!
How shameful.
Day
You
is
ready?
ours.
Observe the enemy.
Watch this.
To arms. Let's clean them up. This is for my people.
You can't lose to the
House
empire.
Vilfor is loyal
Come
to
on
her
now.
highness. Take your eyes off them.
I owe you one, lady.
Don't get away. Don't get away.
Is that all you've got?
We have to regroup.
See right through you!
I shall give it my all. You won't get away. Constant vigilance. Don't take your eyes off
Begin
them.
the lesson.
Burn!
Serve the enemy.
Take cover.
Excuse me.
Watch this. Take them out.
God, what the fuck is Shine Caliber?
Tides are turning.
Oh god, alright. He moves far too fast for this game.
Mission complete.
Far too fast for this game.
As expected.
Okay. Alright. I can live with that.
Prince Laertes.
I no longer have a reason to fight with you.
Just so.
I too will search for the path of an ideal king and walk it.
Please wait. Let's fight together against the Ruzi Empire.
I cannot do that, Princess. I am still a general of the Empire. My pride as a Ruzi general and the allegiance I swore to His Majesty linger in my heart. I cannot walk a new path yet.
Is that what it means to be a warrior?
Indeed. The man who stands before you exists because the Emperor allowed him to live, gave him a path to walk. As long as I possess the grace His Majesty has bestowed upon me, I cannot point my blade at him. Farewell. May we never cross paths again. But should that day come, that man will no longer be Grand General Maxim of the Imperial Army.
So is he gonna rule his country or leave it?
The Jutland army succeeded in intercepting the Ruse army. In the same fashion, they reclaimed Kovoltis. And after preparing their supplies, they began their march towards Sevast several days later.
Yeah, okay, but back at Syria though, is he gonna go back to rule that or is he just leaving it?
It seems your doubts have been resolved.
Yes, sire.
And?
Your Majesty, Emperor Claudius, I am truly grateful for the hospitality you have provided me.
That is your answer? So be it. Then you must needs prepare to make an enemy of an emperor.
I have taken that into consideration. As proof, I return the armaments you have bestowed to me as Grand General. I return the name Maxim as well. I am Laertes Khan Crimeus III, second prince of the lost kingdom Ipsaria, and its next king.
We see with our own eyes the might of your resolve, Maxim. No, Laertes, and that you too shall aim to usurp our throne.
No, I wish to stand alongside you as a fellow king.
Lest you forget, the road to rule isn't wide enough for two.
That is your way, your majesty. The king I strive to be walks another.
Is that so?
The way of kings I will advocate is freedom. There does not need to be a single king as well. Which is why, even if our ideologies differ, I will be able to speak with you on equal footing.
How very droll. But we do not abide. Mark us well. On the path of power there can be only one. We shall take you to heel, where a good general belongs.
No. The next time we meet, it will be when we stand next to each other, as one king to another. Farewell.
Again, Maxim / Laertes' arc is probably the best in this game. Like legit. Legit, his arc is the best.